On May 14th, 2025, Senator Josh Hawley questioned Mr. Scott, who represents the only alliance of PBM companies, about the PBM monopoly and potential malpractice.
Let's look at some data. This data shows the percentage that Americans pay more than other countries for brand name drugs. In Canada, we pay 324% more than Canadians pay, 445% more than France, and so on. On average, all together, we pay 422% more than all of these other countries. Now, either you're the worst negotiators in the history of the world, or something's wrong with your business model. Which is it?
Those, if I may, Senator, those are comparisons of list prices. Drug companies alone, as we talked about earlier, set the list price. The PBM is negotiating down the net cost.
This excuse by Mr. Scott is actually the problem here. PBMs are concerned with the net cost and not the list price. What happens is that the drug manufacturers set the list price for their drugs. Typically, they will inflate the price for preferential treatment from the PBMs, and this is why. The PBMs make lots of money by manufacturer rebates. So, to allow for a higher rebate, which the PBMs want, drug manufacturers will make prices higher. Now, the PBMs like to work with higher priced medications, so now they put these into key spots in your plan's drug formulary. The patient pays their copay, coinsurance, and or deductible on the inflated list price. The PBM fronts the money on the inflated list price, then bills the insurer the pharmacy price plus their spread margin. In the end, the PBM gets their rebate on the back end, which is what Mr. Scott is referring to when he says net costs are down. Remember, the patient still pays according to the list price, not the net cost. PBM negotiations tend to inflate those list prices and thus hurt the patient.
You're not telling me that consumers aren't paying more in the United States than they are overseas, are you?
I think the data would tell us that they are exposed to higher price points. And then it comes to an issue of benefit design. The plan decides.
This is a silly argument from Mr. Scott because we know darn well that the PBM plays a large role in plan design. Pharmaceutical benefit managers literally manage pharmaceutical benefit plans. Here are a few ways in which PBMs structure these plans and hurt patients. PBMs design formularies with tiers so that preferred branded specialty medications are associated with each prescribed medication. These preferred branded drugs are often set with higher list prices but have higher rebates. Let's say that there are two biosimilars, a branded specialty drug and a generic. The generic is $500 but offers zero rebate, and the specialty drug is $5,000 but offers a $2,000 rebate. On the generic, the PBM only makes a set spread margin, but with the specialty drug, they make this margin plus approximately 20% of the rebate, so $500 additional dollars on the back end. Despite being 10 times the list price in the formulary, the specialty drug is given preferred placement because it gives the PBM more opportunity to make money. They also manipulate and take advantage of benefit plans by using copay accumulators, limiting pharmacy networks, specialty carve-outs, which impose complex prior authorizations, and white bagging and rebates walls. Senator Josh Hawley, how much do PBMs make by screwing over patients?
The FTC's report, so this is the government report now, found that the top 3 PBM companies generated $7.3 billion in profits between 2017 and 2022.
The PBM industry makes these exorbitant profits by virtue of its grip on the market. They get away with screwing over patients to maximize profit because of their monopoly. Really an oligopoly. because the three largest PBMs manage 80% of the business. Think about it this way. Out of 6.6 billion US prescriptions filled in 2023, the big three PBMs transacted 5.3 billion of them. Basically, where else are you going to go? The FTC is finally acknowledging this malpractice. In a 2024 report, the FTC highlighted how these entities have leveraged their market position to inflate drug costs and restrict access to more affordable medications. Nonetheless, the big three PBMs, CVS Caremark, Optum Rx, and Express Scripts are all vertically integrated. So
The biggest three PBMs are owned by the biggest insurance companies. You're like one huge, giant pharma industry, a giant pharma series of monopolists, right? Why is it a good idea for the biggest PBMs to be owned by the biggest insurers, and now you're buying up pharmacies as well? Why should we allow that? Why should insurance companies, PBMs, also own pharmacies?